Before you get started, we thought it'd be a good idea to give you a quick heads up on how learning by questions works and what you can expect. So, let's get into it. Let's explore the three main ingredients of LbQ. The first element is high-quality curriculum resources. Imagine if you had loads of time to break down the curriculum into each of its objectives and create hundreds of wonderfully engaging and challenging sets of questions covering the whole of Key Stage 2 for maths, English and science. These question sets start with the basics, building up the learning towards mastery of that objective. The questions are all scaffolded too, enabling pupils to progress and tackle the more challenging questions independently. The second ingredient, it's the answers. More specifically, it's feedback. Helpful, constructive, immediate feedback that responds to the answers pupils give. Not only does this put a version of you on the shoulder of every pupil, but it also has the effect of building resilience and the confidence to try again. And confidence is key, like you'll see from this perfectly timed moment from Jared.
Yes!
So LbQ provides the questions. The pupils get help working towards the right answers. What's our third and final ingredient? Well, actually it's you. You see, LbQ was designed to empower teachers. With that in mind, I'd like to introduce you to LbQ's Real-Time Performance Matrix. Here, we've got pupils, questions, performance data. Simple, but incredibly powerful, as you can see in the moment. Who needs your help and when? So that's LbQ in a nutshell. But how do you actually use it in your lessons? Let's try it. There's loads of ways of using LbQ, but here's a good example of best practice. Before I teach what's on the plan, I need to establish prior knowledge. To do that, I'm going to use an LbQ topic review from the previous year. My Year 5 class are about to do a lesson on modal verbs. I need to check if the children still remember auxiliary verbs from last year. They'll need this knowledge to build on. I'm going to select the grammar topic review, auxiliary verbs and being verbs. I hit start and pupils can begin answering questions. It's as easy as that. Speaking of pupils, what does their LbQ experience look like? Here you can see that Aaliyah is already answering her questions on auxiliary verbs. She gets the first question right, receiving some positive reinforcement before moving on. She gets the next question wrong, and you can see that she receives some constructive feedback to help her retry and self-correct. This continues throughout the question set, reinforcing that prior learning and helping to build confidence. Want to do some more questions?
Yeah!
They always do. You'll find that children answer more questions with LbQ than they might with a textbook or worksheet. You'll be covering more ground and much faster. So the class are engaged, working their way through the questions. But how are they getting on? The matrix acts like an X-ray for the class, so I can discover in real time how everyone is progressing. Let's take a look. Uh-oh. As you can see, the class is struggling. If it was a small number of pupils, I could easily identify them now and intervene in the moment. However, most of the class have found this challenging, particularly questions 11, 19 and 20. They clearly aren't ready for modal verbs just yet. I'm going to pause the class and pivot the lesson. With LbQ, it takes only a few clicks to reach back into the Year 4 content library and pull up a great mastery question set that I can use front of class to model from. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a lesson to teach. The bell is about to go, and we've not quite got through everything, but I'm not worried. I can convert this to an independent study task for the children to complete at home or on any internet-connected device, like a tablet, laptop, smartphone, or gaming console. Or I can pop it into my diary to resume tomorrow. It feels so much better that I'm teaching what pupils need when they need it. That's where real progress comes from. Another plus point, there's no marking to do. So me and my colleagues might get our evenings and weekends back. Sound good? Let's get you signed up for LbQ.